Hi, Laura Fox here from Shah's Magic, and today I want to talk to you about manifesting money. More specifically, how to manifest money. And this is something that, again, I hear so much from clients. There's so much fear around money, income, and it's all linked to survival. Like in our economy today, you need money to be able to put a roof over your head and food on the table. And it's something that creates so much fear within people. And that fear is actually one of the big things that's pushing that money away. So if you can think of money as a form of energy, and energy flows where it's easiest, so the smoothest path, and it also flows in like a frequency, so it's going to be attracted to frequencies that are similar to the resonance that it's at. So say money is resonating around here and you are steeped in fear about not having enough and you're down here, it's going to be pretty difficult. There's quite the gap here for this money to flow to you, because it's not going to want to go down. It's not going to want to drop in frequency. Just like you're trying to raise in frequency, the money wants to keep raising in frequency too. So money isn't this evil thing that's been created to control or anything like that. It's just another form of energy that you can actually use to do some really beautiful work with. So if you can start to look at energy as a form of really beautiful energy, start to look at money as a form of really beautiful energy, then that's one way to start to transform your perspective of money. A big thing that also relates to this is our story around money. So a lot of us grew up with the idea that you've got to work hard for money and it doesn't come easy. And if you're running that story and that's something that you keep telling yourself, then that's the way that it's going to play out. As with anything, when you're manifesting or language in general, whatever you keep repeating to yourself will be true. The mind is such a powerful machine at the end of the day, and that story that you are running is what is coming out true for you. So something that really worked well for me was to write a letter to money. And I wrote a couple of letters actually, and the first letter I would recommend that you write is getting out all of your feelings towards it. So all the times that you feel like you've been hurt by it, all the times that you feel like it's let you down or that it wasn't there, just get it all out. Get rid of any negative emotion that you've got around money and see where that letter goes. It might stay in that you didn't turn up for me when I needed to pay my rent and I ended up out on the street, and my family, we lost our jobs and this and whatever it is. I couldn't feed my kids. Like, get it all out. Get it out of your system and onto a piece of paper. From there, you can burn it, you can scrunch it up, put it in the bin, whatever you want to do with it. But get rid of it. Get it out of your system, out of your cells, because you don't need that story in you anymore. And once you've done that, then you get to write a love letter to money about all the things that it's brought you, all the goodness that it's brought, all the healing that it's helped with, the fact that you've got a roof over your head right now, you can put food on the table, you could buy a Christmas present for the kids, even if it wasn't necessarily what you wanted, you could still do something. And for all the good that it does in the world, building clean water wells in Africa, all of that is actually because of money at the end of the day in some way or form. So write a love letter to it, thank it, be grateful for it, and then keep that one. And that's something that if you are ever dropping into fear around money, just refresh yourself over that. And so with money and this, looking at it as this energy, so now that you've started to change how it feels in your cells, and you've gotten rid of all the ickiness and you're bringing in the light and the goodness around it, then you can start to look at, okay, how am I actually using money at the moment? Am I being respectful of it? Am I giving it a reason to want to come to me? So a big thing is, do you know where your spending is going right now? Can you account for each dollar that leaves your account? Do you know where, like, do you have a weekly budget? Do you look at what you do spend on? Are they necessities? Are they extravagances? And there's a few different things in there. Like, so if you're somebody that likes to go for a massage once or twice a month, that's okay. Like, that's something that you need for your self-care. But look at what you're spending on. Do you needlessly go to the supermarket every day and spend $50 on food every day because you're unprepared? That kind of thing. Leaving things to the last minute, so you end up having to spend more than if you'd planned ahead. So look at your finances, look at what your outgoings are. Can you account for everything? And where can you be more respectful of the money that you've already got? And then look at why are you wanting to call in more money? Is it just because you just want more and you just want to have more dollars in your account? Or what are you wanting to do with that? Is it because you're wanting to be able to provide more for your family, to be able to look after yourself better, to be able to travel, to upgrade whatever it is that's around you, to do philanthropic work and to go out and to build these water wells in Africa? What is it that you actually want that money for? And get really clear on that, because if you're really airy-fairy on it and you're just like, I just want to have more dollars, then the money's just sort of like, well, but what am I doing? Like, am I going to be used for good? Like, it's a flow circulating energy. So it wants to know that it's going to be used for good. And that includes your self-care. That includes going and getting massages. So get clear on what your current spending is and your current budget is. And then look at the life that you want to live. What do you need for that? What sort of money do you need to have coming in to sustain that life? Where do you give back, either through your time or through like actual money? Do you give back? Is that something that you could increase? Is that something you could start doing? Even if it's just $10 a month, where can you start to circulate the money that you've already got for good? Because that will help raise your frequency as well. So the big things really are to get rid of that old, stagnant anger towards money, those old stories that's stored in our cells from childhood and through growing up. Bring in the love and the light around money, and then get clear on where your spending is. Get respectful of money and show it some love. Every time you pay your rent or your mortgage, thank you that I've got this, that I can hand this over. And get clear on what it is that you actually need that money for or would like that money for. And look at where can you do more charitable work? How can you circulate it in a more positive way? And then you will start to see that money starts to circulate more towards you. If money's here and you've been down here, the more that you do this work, you'll come up into resonance. and that money will start to flow to you in expected and unexpected ways. But you've got to put in the work. It's not just going to come to you, and you can't just sit there each morning and just visualize money coming in. Like, it could work, that might work, but if you're not doing everything else, it's a bit like going to the gym for half an hour in the morning and then pigging out on Maccas for the rest of the day. You've got to live in your own alignment with what is right for you and increase your frequency and put that work in, show that effort, that love for money, and it won't be able to help itself. It'll start flowing to you. So let me know if you've tried out these tips and money has started to come your way in expected or unexpected ways. Reach out to me, let me know. I love to hear these success stories of how things have started to change. I implemented all of these, and to this day now I still have things coming in unexpected ways, and money flows. It truly flows. And if you can get out of that fear and be grateful and be in the joy of money, then the more it's going to want to be with you, and the more that you can manifest, and the more good that you can do with it. So thank you for joining me today. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and share this with somebody that might be struggling with money at the moment, and help them upgrade their money story and start manifesting more money into their life. So until next time, thanks. Goodbye.